343 recently made some changes to vehicles in their August drop pod update, and specifically they made 3 changes that in my opinion might not have a massive noticeable effect, but will really impact the role vehicles currently play in Halo Infinite. So the first change they've made is that light and medium vehicles are now more resistant to small arms fire. And what they seem to mean by small arms fire is basically just anything that's not a power weapon. So from this change alone, we can see that vehicles are going to be a lot tougher to actually take down and destroy. But keep in mind, the Spartans inside the vehicles aren't. So what I'm getting at here is that previously when you got into a vehicle in Halo Infinite, the only way I ever saw myself leaving that vehicle is with it being destroyed. But now, I feel like the focus is going to be a lot more along the lines of getting the enemy out of the vehicle, which could be done by either killing the enemies inside or just disrupting the vehicle to the point where they have to leave. And obviously the objective here is that the vehicle can be used by your own team instead. And this makes a lot of sense because one of 343's philosophies, especially when it comes to the Banished theme, is that they want us to scavenge for weapons, vehicles, resources, and they want these things to feel scarce and to feel valuable. And this ties in really well with the next change they've made, which is that now, if you successfully grapple an enemy vehicle, the enemy will no longer be able to quickly jump out of the vehicle to easily negate the grapple, which now means that if you are ever able to land your grappling hook onto the vehicle, you will be hijacking that vehicle. And so this is just further reinforcing the idea that they want vehicles to be swapping from team to team a lot more, and not just one team getting a vehicle, it being destroyed, and then everyone waits for the next one and the cycle repeats. And finally, the last change they've made is specifically to the Warthog, in that it will now be easier to knock around and displace with both the repulsor and also with rockets. And I get the feeling this change is just meant to complement the others we've already talked about, in a way where they want vehicles to be able to be flipped out of control or upside down as a way to disrupt them without having to actually fully destroy the vehicle themselves. Once again, this is just promoting the kind of scavenger mindset and gameplay where vehicles swap hands a lot more frequently. And personally, I think this is really good for the game because it means that vehicles are still the powerhouses that they've always been, but now we just have a lot more options when it comes to how we handle them. Whereas in the past, even if you were able to hijack a vehicle after an enemy's had it, it's most likely going to be super damaged and about to be destroyed anyway, and you're not really going to want to hop in it. Whereas now, there's going to be a lot more opportunities where you're able to take out the enemies inside a vehicle and actually still put it to good use. So once again, these are just my opinions on how I think 343 is trying to handle the vehicles in Halo Infinite. So if you disagree or have some different thoughts, let me know in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more Halo content like this in the future. Laters.